pass. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. If you don't get this,
they'll run for the first time with Sonny Michel. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, check.
Now Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, but now it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
You got nothing. 20. 36. 8. Let's go.
Out of the gun, Newton. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Michel on the counter, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
From the 50, Newton. Gets it to Gordon. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Just like that.
From the red zone now, Newton. He gets it complete to Harris. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the Jets' 16-yard line.
Now it's Newton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is when we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
The safety, Patrick Chung, is the one who makes the stop.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
On second down now, it's Bell. Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, an 80-yard touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Newton now to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Now a first down carry. It's Michelle. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
That's what I'm talking about.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Great.
Now Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriots score. Damian Harris, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Back to throw, Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Hey, Mike 20. Blue Dan.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They begin with Michel on the ground. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down, Michel. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, it's Newton. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Off the draw, here's Michel. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3.
Let's go. Pick it up, G.
On second down, this is Harris. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Check three.
They snap it to Newton. Open man is Lashley. That's complete. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
As a defender, I always found the slant route extremely difficult to cover unless you're able to jump on top of it early, because once he gets his hands on the ball, he's at full speed going away from you.
It all happens in the blink of an eye, doesn't it?
It really does. The timing is so important. That ball's got to be out of the hands of the quarterback and to the receiver like that. And if it is, you often get a very successful play.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Gun. What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go. Rush in. Check the back. Great. 57's the mic. Lock 57.
The shotgun snap for Newton. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Jordan Lasley. His first touchdown of the new season, and the Patriots have taken the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive, and now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Right here, guys. Mike 51. You ain't got lady. Go, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. Come on, D. Go, Mike 51.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Open man is Anderson. 23 yards on the play. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Quinnen Williams busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll run. Here's Harris. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. On second down, it's Bell. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Now a hit and a loose football. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. On first down, Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Darnold. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's 3rd and 4. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, New York.
We're going to start. 44, come on. Lady. Check 9, check 9. Check. Fresno.
This is Bell. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
when we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
44 to Mike, 44 to Mike. Check, check. Watch the curve, watch the curve. Watch the safety creep.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Darnold. Buying time to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Darnold found his target. It's Anderson. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Jet first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Darnold completes to Bell. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And here's another carry for Harris. And an alley to run. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards there and a first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. From the 38, Newton. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. He's at the 30, the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Chris Warren, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will tie things at 20 all. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about
Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. 30, past the 20, and all the way in. And touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, 75 yards as they have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
3rd and long, it's Newton. Flushed out right. Open man is Gordon, complete. And some room to work. A big play there for New England. 47 yards.
And that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run the counter. It's Warren. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now on 2nd and 13. Newton being chased out left. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
It's a game of 9. Makes it 3rd and 4. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Jets 27, Patriots 20.
New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Newton. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's into the clear. The 30. 10. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Now the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Jets 34.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line ready to go. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is Harris on the draw. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Gun.
Newton on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Newton. Dancing to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Another costly turnover, their second of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing? It's football. Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All day, defense, all day, all day. Hey, lady. Popo to Mike. Mike Popo.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
44 to Mike. 44 to Mike. Check.
To throw is Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound Brandon no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jordan Jenkins leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. On 2nd down, it's Harris. An 8-yard gain, so that gets him halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Quentin Williams getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. On 4th down, Newton. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
X3, 218, chopper.
Lady.
From the end zone, here's Darnold. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Mike 20, Mike.
Hey, high 7.
From his end zone, 3rd and long for Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. Forced out to his left. His throw incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Here's Darnold. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. Bell so light on his feet. Over the middle, complete. That's Bell. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 1st and 10, Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is right through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do, but they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win it.